Welcome back, one and all, to more stories. It is Moonhorse, and Sango's here with me.
Hey, baby.
This is a fucking weird intro, but hi. This is another story from our friend Exhausted Cat. Talkbeard.
A collection.
A fine collection of all of Talkbeard's greatest hits. Does anyone else even remember those? The albums that were like sounds of the 60s, and they would just play like clips of different music videos while the titles went by on the screen?
Yes, I remember that.
And it was always like done by somebody who was in his show, just, "Hi, I'm Henry Winkler." I don't know why, but that triggered that memory in me. Anyway, let's read the story. Thankfully, after that party and blocking her on Facebook, I didn't have to interact with Talkbeard as much. But unfortunately, we did have a few classes together throughout high school, one in which she had to sit directly next to me to talk during class.
What?
The following is a collection of strange things I heard from and about her as I spectated.
Uh-oh.
Talkbeard would talk constantly about Overwatch and anime.
Oh, it's a red flag when it's really Overwatch.
Yeah, really. I would draw fan art and original characters for the games and play Overwatch on her laptop in the middle of class. Why no teacher ever told her not to, I will never know. She would eat constantly in class. She'd always have some sort of loud, crunchy snack like crisps or crackers or grapes, and she would chew with her mouth open. I fucking hate that.
I can't stand it. Much like a llama would, apparently.
But worse.
No.
You could watch as a poor little Cheez-It cracker was tossed into her mouth and crushed into tiny little spitty pieces. Stop describing it. I'm not going to finish reading the rest of that. That is... Oh,
Here, I'll
God.
finish it. I'll finish
Okay.
Then sprayed everywhere like a crumb sprinkler as she talked way louder than necessary in a very quiet classroom.
Disgusting!
Thankfully, our English teacher didn't tolerate eating in his class and told her to stop, which she would for 2 days and then do it again. However, she was generous enough to offer her snacks to other classmates around her, but I declined since it looked like she would touch every piece of food with her greasy hands, and I'm kind of germophobic.
I don't blame you. Remember that trend a couple years back of making slime out of glue and food coloring?
Oh my gosh.
Talkbeard always had a plastic container to glue slime that she would take out in the middle of class and play with. Everything she touched with it would immediately feel sticky and greasy and smell of cheap hand lotion, which she piled onto it.
Oh.
Once when I asked her why she always brought in a different container of slime to school, she told me about an entire pantry full of slime she made and collected because...
Loves the feeling of slime on her skin and it calms her.
It's kind of weird, but whatever.
Ooh.
It was her mission to flirt with every single girl in class, especially the freshmen and sophomores. She'd refer to a few specific girls as
My sweet waifu!
Oh God.
Senpai!
In a tone of voice that made me want to cringe so hard my face would collapse into a black hole.
Oh.
I was convinced for a while that maybe she was a furry because she talked openly about how wonderful and fun the furry community was, and for a few weeks wore a costume cat ear headbands, a Howling Wolf t-shirt, and a real foxtail clipped to her belt loop on her pants. However, I never saw her draw or talk about any fursona. Maybe she could have been an otherkin, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, otherkin's a totally different thing.
That is, no, you would know if she was an otherkin. She'd brag constantly about her Canadian boyfriend and how much he gets her, about how great sex was with him. TMI.
Ugh.
She bragged about how his... Oh, God.
Do I need to read this?
No, I can't do this.
Are you sure?
This is just 10 kinds of cringe.
Okay, you sure?
She bragged about how his cum tasted like Monster Energy drink. Why the fuck would it ever? That worries me on multiple levels.
Literally.
and she liked to savor it in her mouth for a while before swallowing.
Disgusting!
Talkbeard would even go on about how he wanted to get her pregnant, but she told him to wait until they were both 18 and finished high school. She was 15 to 17 at the time I knew her.
Woo!
Classy.
No.
At senior prom, she came dressed in a medieval princess gown with her boyfriend dressed in a knight's tunic without the armor. The prom theme that year was space and galaxy, but who am I to stop someone from wearing what they like, even if the dress showed so much cleavage that one wrong dance move would result in a full titty exposure. Talkbeard complimented me on my dress and tried desperately to get a hug that I somehow dodged, but I wanted to be polite and complimented her as well. I was briefly introduced to her boyfriend, who looked and acted surprisingly normal. I hope he isn't being held against his will, and I genuinely hope that they're both very happy together.
I hope he's not either.
That's all I can remember of the strange Legbeard lady named Talkbeard. There are certainly more strange occurrences, but the rest have been lost to time and mental blocks, used as coping mechanisms to keep me sane.
Can't blame you.
Yeah, the cringe was truly too strong for little high school me to handle. Thank you for reading this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Keep clean, keep out of trouble, and don't touch any fedoras. Good advice.
Are you okay from the spitting food?
There's certain things that just really gross me out.
I cannot. Like, the fact that she described
yeah, that was
the other stuff too. Just woo.
I feel violated. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what else is there to say about such neckbeardery? Or legbeardery in this case.
Mostly legbeard.
We don't really have a lot of stories about legbeards.
They're not as common.
I guess that's
as
true.
Neckbeards, because it's women.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess it's true.
Women are already crazy, but when it comes to that kind of crazy, it's not as common.
I mean, honestly, I will tell you guys this. This is true, and I don't know if you know this either. When I think Legbeard, as weird as it is, my first thought goes to that what is it? There's a video of this girl. I guess she's like reenacting like her own anime opening. And she's figured out how to layer her own singing, but she has like no tone coverage. And it's like imagine a Ninja Sex Party song if Danny could not hit a single fucking note. It's kind of like that, because there's multiple layers and it's really offbeat. And there's like my favorite part is like the chorus is just like, I love loving things, loving you. It's like and like there's no like sense behind the video. It's just like her running around in her backyard and doing shit. And I really, really, really hope she's like 16, but I think she might actually be older than that. And it's like, I really hope that you're like a teenager, because you can look back on this in a couple of years and be like, fucking why? But like, that's where my thought goes when I hear Legbeard. I think of like really creepy anime obsessed girl like that. Because it's one thing to be, it doesn't matter, male or female, and like anime. It's another thing if you're like, even an anime that I like, even if you're just like, I really like Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's a good one too. It's like, I dress like Spike Spiegel every day. Okay, that's fucking creepy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, no, you can't. That's fucking weird, dude. Stop. Look, I think he's a good character, but he's also a fucking cartoon, man. You gotta have like a real personality. So come on.
It's one thing to roleplay and to cosplay a character that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But to constantly act and dress like that person.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist is oof.
Yeah. So with that,
it's a weeaboo.
Fucking weeaboo trash. Oh my gosh. So with that, thank you all for watching this, and we love you very, very much.
It's so much fun.
If you have a story you'd like to send us, you can do that by submitting it to r/Moonhorse Stories. I check it every day, so I'll see it. And you can like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with people I don't know what people. I don't know your people, but you can share it with them. And then go ahead.
If you want to keep the lights on in this place, donate to the Patreon. Moonhorse would appreciate it.
Yes.
Or if you want to, you could buy something from his merch store.
Yes, because much like PBS, this show is sponsored by viewers like you. We love you very, very much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.